I want to talk a little bit about your cancer and when you started to feel changes in your body. I remember personally as well, but it was in 2011 after you won Player of the Tournament and you started feeling those changes. Can you talk us through what was going on, what were you feeling, or what were the changes that were happening in your body? How did you know?
I mean, I was feeling the changes 1 year before that. My body was breaking. I had a lot of fractures in my body. Like my body wasn't not able to digest food, because of the tumor. And obviously, I didn't know that time that I'm gonna have a tumor in my body. But just battle that, putting cricket first because I kind of was the peak of my career. I probably must be the only player who was peak of the career and not performing.
Yeah.
Because of injuries and battling with something.
But you didn't know that time you had cancer, right?
No, I didn't know.
You knew later.
So I was like, this is a time for me to flourish actually. But obviously, when you put the pieces together, what was wrong.
Right.
And luckily, I was able to channelize all the energy towards cricket. There was a World Cup in India and I had to put everything aside and to focus on the game while my body was really struggling. And obviously, when we won the World Cup and all that happened, and then you been diagnosed of cancer and not coming to terms with it, took me a while to come to terms with it because I kind of like went for my treatment end of the year. I should have gone much before.
Earlier.
Because the doctor told me that you have 3 to 6 months left. Either you go play cricket, die on the field, or you go for your treatment. For me, I think Ganguly had just retired and Test cricket was very important for me to play. And I had just got an opportunity to play consistently Test matches. But I guess it was not meant to be. And then, I had to go for my treatment. It was a tough journey. It was something that I can't really elaborate in a few words, but I kind of was very motivated to come back and play for India through that journey because everybody said, no, you can't.
Yeah. And today with YouWeCan, you help all these kids with cancer, and when you support them and you meet them, do you see yourself in them in some ways?
I do. I see their pain. I feel their fears because it's not something that you can really talk about.
Yeah.
When somebody tells you have cancer, it's like the earth is going to break, and you don't know what to do. There's no guidance.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stigma around it. So our foundation, YouWeCan, has been trying to remove the stigma in rural areas. That if you touch someone, you're not going to have cancer, right? You have to go to the right doctors. There's a helpline. Try and connect them to the right doctors, hospitals. Kids who have lost, parents who have lost all their funds in treating them have no money to go back to school.
Yeah.
We
so
sponsor
you help
the
them.
kids.
Yeah.
We've done more than 500 children. We've done more than 150 kids for treatment. So I think we're doing really well as a foundation after 10 years of it. And we are making a difference in people's lives. We're telling them that, inspiring them through my journey that if I can do it, if I can come back to who I was, you can do it as well.